I'm Amy from Doodle Dog Designs. I pulled this jar out of my glass recycling because I thought it looked like a good shape for a buttermilk jar. So today I'm going to paint this and add a label to make it look like a primitive buttermilk jar. I'm going to use this buttermilk label. It is available in my Etsy shop. And the first thing I want to do is measure my jar to figure out how big I want the label. Label comes as an 8 by 10, but you can shrink it down to whatever size works well for you. I want mine to be 3 inches tall and then whatever width that makes it. The buttermilk label file comes with 2 files. One has the grungy paper background and the other doesn't. So you can print it and grunge it up yourself, or you can choose to print the image that has the background. So all I've done is I've dragged this and opened it into a word processor, and I'm on a Mac, so this is Pages, but you could do the same in any word processor. And then you just want to size it to the size that will work for your jar. So I wanted mine to be 3 inches tall, and then I'm going to print it. I have the label printed, and I don't want to cut it. It would leave too crisp of lines, so I'm going to just fold it along the edges. Then I'm going to tear it. It just gives it kind of a little bit of a feathered edge to it. Now I'm going to Mod Podge it onto my jar. My jar has some writing here, so I'm going to do it right over the top of that. I just have Mod Podge with matte finish. I'm going to apply the Mod Podge to the back of the label. Then I will place the label onto the jar. I want to let that dry before I move on to the next step. Now I'm going to add some paint to the rest of the jar. I'm using this light mocha color. It's a nice, just slightly darker than cream color. And I'm going to mix in just a tiny bit of instant coffee to the paint. Then I'm going to paint that over the entire jar. When the paint is still wet, I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit more of the coffee. I don't want a lot because I want it to look mainly creamish. And then I'm also going to sprinkle on a little bit of cinnamon. And again, I don't want to use too much. If you put too much, it's going to look very dark. I'm going to paint right up next to the label and even over it just a little bit. After the paint is completely dry, it's time to add a layer of Mod Podge over the entire thing. But first I'm going to add a little bit more distressing look to the label. I'm going to use a little bit of Mod Podge to brush on in a few areas on here. And then I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of cinnamon. Then I'm going to use the Mod Podge and go over the entire thing to coat everything. And this is really where the magic of that instant coffee happens. It kind of melts the instant coffee into the finish and really gives it a nice look. You can really see how that sort of melts the coffee. So instead of looking speckled, it looks more like dirt worn onto it. The jar is dry now. I'm going to tie some jute around the top. Just going to wrap that around to kind of cover up that area where the lid would go. Then I've got a little bit of Sweet Annie here. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe below. I'll see you next time. Bye.